I have not filmed for a couple days. It's been really bad weather, and there was even a little bit of snow, a little bit of hail, and tons of wind. But today I really needed to get my water situation figured out, and we have a problem. So I have a reverse osmosis system from like a year ago that I used to use countertop at my old house because it was well water, and somehow in transit the guts of it exploded. Why did this happen? Oh my goodness. So now there's just water everywhere in my Airstream because I did not know about this problem, and I was just filling the tank and water was just coming out, and it is so smashed up. It is really obliterated. Wow, I'm almost impressed. So the really annoying thing is I cannot find these filters online anywhere. I'm a huge fan of Viver products, which this is, except for this item. I was going to use some tape to just piece it together, but it is rough. I don't think that's gonna be possible. I'll still give it a shot, see how much I can accomplish by taping it up, but this is gonna be asking for a miracle. However, I do have good news. Even though I'm a small channel, I have a pretty great sponsorship coming up, and it is for a reverse osmosis under counter system, and it looks really awesome. So I already have that. I just need to build the counter to put it under. So I will have a reverse osmosis system soonish that I can use, but I need something today. So I just gotta try to make this thing limp along until it's time. Ooh, it just occurred to me, this probably froze. This probably exploded because it probably froze. Makes sense. I'm gonna glue it and then tape it. The wind is really picking up again. I think there's a 10% chance this is gonna work. I really have low hopes for this because there's a pretty big gash of plastic missing. Okay, this might work, this might work. This feels like a really good seal. All right, I'm gonna let that set up because there's some crazy glue in there. And in the meantime, I am going to set up my temporary toilet. It is a pit toilet. And when I had family machinery down here helping me out, I got them to dig a hole. So the hole is already dug. Let's just go turn this into something functional. The not pretty side of starting off on raw land. We actually already had a pit toilet on the property from about, I guess, close to a year ago. And I'm going to just be reusing that toilet. So it's gonna be pretty easy for me to get this going, but still a little bit of shovel work. The hole in question. There's probably nothing else like this on OFTV, I'm sure of it. So one of the things I plan on doing this year is transplanting a bunch of baby trees with this shovel, and my regular shovel is in storage and I cannot find it, even though you think I would be able to. So good thing the tractor did most of the work because I'm using the wrong tool for the job. Little guy. The hole is this big and I just need to give it a little space to sit. And I think I'm gonna face it this way. I don't know how I feel about this bush. It's a crying shame to kill anything that's alive on this property because it's been through so much devastation. But yeah, these bushes are not very pretty to me. This is so stupid. Man, I hate this shovel already. I looked for like 20 minutes for my other shovel. Okay, what kind of space do I actually need? All right. I feel like I should just use my hands. You know, when I first started making content, I think it's pretty obvious when you go back. You can see that I just wanted to give you the highlight reels, even though I knew that that's really toxic in social media. It's important to be more real life, but I just wanted it to be like good content where I was being successful at everything I was doing, even though that's not reality. And oftentimes, like with the boiler restoration, there was tons of things that I was not successful at that I just cut out. Most of them, I saved some of the struggles, but anyway, with this series, I'm hoping to bring in just a level of reality. I am just a girl that can do a lot of good things, but I'm also learning, and I also only have this shovel. So example number one of me being real. Oh no, I really hope this is stable enough. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and then just falling in. Even though this is temporary, I'm still going to put some twinkle lights around it. That way I can go to it at night and not feel like scared a little bit, because the truth is I'm still getting used to my property, and I'm genuinely like not scared of animals on the property 99% of the time, but I feel like the middle of the night, if I had to go to the bathroom, that's when I would start to think that there's like a grizzly bear around. There are apparently grizzlies out here. I hate that piece of information, but it is what it is. Cost of living out in the bush. Okay, I feel like that's more level. So this is the Airstream's old counter that I will not be using because it has a little bit of mold on it, and I am treating the whole Airstream. I already have treated the whole Airstream for mold, but I don't want to mess with like a wooden countertop. I'm gonna get a new one, so it can be the new bathroom support. And honestly, using my hands is better than a silly little shovel. Like a dog. This soil is so rich. Oh my goodness. This might be something I use for like a couple weeks. Might be something I use for a couple months. You never really know, but I want it to be comfortable. I guess I should say I don't want to hate using it. Not comfortable, but I don't want it to be like the worst experience, you know? Okay, now I'll put this here, and this will have a plastic tote in it to store some toilet paper. Nothing is scary. That'll do. Oh yeah, and I cannot believe I'm sharing all this, but I like a squatty potty, so I feel like this will be a good squatty potty, also like a toilet paper storage thing. So the rocks will indicate the don't walk zone. This is kind of extra for such a temporary situation, but whatever, I do what I want. see, I have a real, actually nice composting toilet that will replace that one very soon. Had to use the generator today because solar just wasn't cutting it. The weather was so bad. So I'm gonna check on that, and then let's go see how the water filter situation went. I'll leave it at 80% for now. Let it try to draw some solar. Look at these clouds. Unreal. That does not look real. I couldn't do anything about that right there. Okay, well, I tried. And it really doesn't bum me out because I actually have the perfect solution for right now. And that is a water filtration straw by Membrane Solutions, which happens to be the sponsor of today's video. And no joke, you guys, I did not know I would be needing these straws as badly as I do right now. So this is perfect. Let's go drink from the stream and let me tell you about my sponsor. So my river, I think, is probably pretty clean, but I don't want to risk anything. So there are a couple ways of using this straw, and I'm going to show you the way that I've been using it first, and then I'll show you a couple other ways. I like this method because I get cold water every time. And these straws do need to be primed when you first use them, but I've used this before, so I'm just going to go right in. The taste of water is really good. I think it depends on the stream though. I was looking at reviews on this, and apparently sometimes it doesn't filter out like all of the lake taste if you were to drink from like a really flavorful body of water. But for me, this tastes really good, really clear. I always blow into it to empty it out. The other thing is I find that this straw, in relation to another really popular straw on the market, this one seems to be a little bit easier to suck from. So I appreciate that about this. Okay, the next way I've never done before because the water's been really high, but I've wanted to try ever since getting this sponsorship. So let's go try. Can't wait for the river to be low enough that I actually have a little bit of a shore. All right, let's see how this goes. So fresh. Such a novelty. I love that I'm doing this on my property right now. This is amazing. Not as practical as drinking from a cup, but way more fun. Let me show you one of the other ways that this straw can be used. And then another really functional use for it is the fact that it screws on to most water bottles, and it's very useful. So this straw is able to be cleaned so that it can have a longer life. It lasts longer than a lot of the filtration straws on the market because of this. This little straw has a 0.1 micron 5-step filtration system, which can remove 99.99999% of harmful substances in the water. So the last kind of technical thing I'll say about the straw is that it is made with durable food-grade plastic and manufactured with BPA-free ABS, which means that when it filters out your water, it won't add chemicals that'll be harmful for you. So I'm really, really happy to have been sponsored by this company because this is realistically something that I use, I'm happy to use, I feel good about using, and this is the perfect video to introduce this to you guys. So thanks for putting up with my very first ad. Full disclosure, I do get a portion of every sale. So if you guys do want to snag this deal, it's good for you, it's good for me, it's a great way to support my channel, and I'm not selling you something that is garbage. This is a great little straw. So thank you so much to Membrane Solution for being my very first sponsor on this channel. Appreciate you. So there you go. Checked a couple things off the list today. Got myself a nice little bathroom area, although temporary, as well as some drinking water. So thank you guys so much for joining me here on my property. Lots planned for this week, so I will catch you guys in the next one.